I've never climbed on ice before. Even if I had, you still need a crew for something like this. And I couldn't think of anyone better than my two friends, Timmy O'Neill and Keith Malloy.
And you can check it by going like this. It's going to be a little abrupt, but watch.
Yeah.
See? See how it works like that?
Yeah.
So if the jugs were to mysteriously disintegrate, you would drop onto your gree and it would stop you instantly.
Yeah.
Timmy has climbed all over the world and put up record-breaking ascents in Yosemite Valley. He's climbed El Capitan in 3.5 hours. Even great climbers can take days. Keith quit the pro surf tour about 6 years ago, and since then he's devoted himself to discovering new surf spots around the world. He's been chased by grizzlies in Canada and shot at by rebels in the Spice Islands. He's a man of few words, but if there's any surf down there, this guy will find it. We thought a good warm-up for Keith would be the North American wall in El Capitan. Yvonne made the first ascent of this route back in 1964 when it was considered the most difficult rock climb in the world. It's still no cakewalk, which was interesting because Keith hadn't climbed much at all. Not to mention, the guy's afraid of heights.
Less, 7 comes to 3. Them U.S. plus C11. Thank the heavens for their elasticity. And that's for those who live and die for astronomy. Always written, know when to stand or when to sit. Can't stand to stand, can't stand to sit. Who would want to know this?
We felt like climbing had no worth to society whatsoever. We didn't want to be part of the military-industrial complex. Life was pretty easy in the 60s. I mean, you could buy an automobile for $15 and live out of your automobile and camp out in Yosemite, and then here were these great walls that hadn't been climbed, that were as big and as smooth and as difficult as any walls in the world. The biggest one of all was the North American wall on El Capitan. My friend Chuck Pratt, Royal Robbins, and Tom Frost and I, we made the first ascent over a period of 10 days. The wall overhangs the entire way, and it's questionable whether you could ever get down if you got halfway up and couldn't go any further. It's very similar to the first guys to ride really big waves like at Waimea. They didn't know whether they could get held down by one of these big waves to where they just die. Fear of the unknown is the greatest fear of all.